You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Let's discover hardcover month, but this enough so you can know what's up in the hood.
Hi, I'm Franny, this is Ny'Jari, and this is Derica, and we are going to be filming a podcast episode on self-image. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, various topics.
We should define what self-image is.
Why don't you start us off?
Oh, okay. Well, in my notes, I have the definition of self-image is a person's mental picture of themselves. What does that mean to me? Well, I think of somebody who is like thinking how they are perceived by others and possibly themselves as well.
Yeah, like it all goes with like self-esteem as well, and you know, just how you view yourself.
Right. What do you think, Derek?
Okay. So, anybody have a topic they want to start us off with?
Positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Positive affirmation. Do you mean like what they call it? It's on the tip of my tongue. No. It's like mantras. Like, you know what that is? Okay, so a mantra is basically, I will succeed. I am successful.
Yeah.
I will do this.
Okay, so I think, well, self-image obviously can be either like positive or negative. So I guess positive affirmations can be a thing to boost your self-image and to help you feel better about yourself. Is that what you're getting at?
Why you didn't say that?
Okay, go ahead.
Another topic.
Do you have anything to add about positive affirmations?
What positive affirmations do you have?
Do you use any? Okay.
That could be one. I love myself.
But when I talk about positive affirmations, I think you should just start your day with them. So you can remind yourself like all your strengths and achievements. Yeah.
That makes sense. I think I have heard that, like, yeah, go ahead. Positive affirmations work better in the mornings, right as you wake up and then right as you go to bed. Something with sleep clicks in your brain and helps you actually intake the words that you're speaking to yourself, which I think is cool.
Yeah, my mom likes to put Post-it notes on mirrors, like in the bathroom, in her refrigerator. Yeah, just nice stuff that says nice words, so that whenever you're brushing your teeth and you read one that says, "Hi, you got nice teeth," you can be like, "I do got some nice teeth."
I want to talk about that. Teeth and a smile are one of the topics that I put on.
Oh, smile.
I think it's underrated, but having good dental hygiene and like a nice smile really changes how you feel about yourself. We were talking about hygiene. That's another topic.
Yeah, I feel like that it works like that with like the whole being as a person. Like if you take care of yourself well, you're gonna feel well. Obviously, if you don't, you're gonna not feel as open to being as open, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, like if you're breasting, you don't want to talk as much.
That's right.
Well, the people that are self-aware.
That, yeah.
So.
I think they be self-aware.
Oh. One of my favorite things about self-image is that there's so many different avenues that you can go to. I think the big one everybody thinks about is like body image, weight, and all of that type of stuff. But there's also things like teeth, like we mentioned, acne, and like hair, which I think is a big thing, especially with youth, but Black youth. Your hair is so important to your self-image. Like if your hair is looking crazy, especially with Black people, if your hair is looking crazy, you don't want to leave the house. You don't want nobody to see you with your hair looking like that.
That's your problem. You can't get what everybody else think. That's going into like, if I walk at the house like this, and like everybody gonna think like,
Exactly.
But like it's
You don't have to keep
you gotta come outside presentable though.
no.
Like you ain't gonna come out with like half a bun in, and then you got like looking like Chucky or
If I'm
something.
saying if somebody comfortable with that, why other people gotta put their input on how somebody else is comfortable?
It's not about other people. It's about how you feel though.
Right? If I feel comfortable
Yeah.
when I'm laying outside, it should be a problem.
And
Okay.
that's part of having a strong self-image. But specifically, I feel like specifically in the Black community, hair is such a big part of your self-image. But like, I feel like in other communities, you can just throw your hair in a messy bun and leave the house and you feel fine. Not a lot of people. You look great. Not a lot of people that I know like could just feel fine doing that. Like yeah, and I've like if I got a hair appointment or like this is the only day I can have my hair done, I'll miss school over that. Like I'll miss anything to get my hair done. Fair enough.
Well, coming from a guy's perspective, it's not that bad, but for us, it's more so the haircut. It depends. My hair grows back pretty fast, so it's a constant. I don't really get haircuts that often, so when I do, it's an occasion. But yeah, so it's like it's not that much maintenance. We do acknowledge, and I know. Well, I don't know, but I've seen the work it takes to maintain you guys' presence and all that. And I salute y'all.
And I will acknowledge a difference. But I've also seen like my male friends, their whole personality change when they get a fresh haircut. It's like they're a different person.
Oh yeah.
When something about their hair change.
Cause it's like you are a different person. Like before your haircut, you look rough.
Yeah.
You look like something. But after the haircut, it's like you could actually feel the wind touch the sides. Like it's when you can groom your back. It's like so many different. Like you feel lighter. I don't know how to explain it. It's just like you just.
Okay, basically what he said is
Supreme
you go
beauty.
from looking like don't nobody love you to looking like
Somebody love you. Somebody adores you.
like, okay. He can go from looking like a rat to a dog.
And she could go from looking like, we're not gonna go there, but build a support group is also something I had down. So like building a support group, making sure the people you have in your circle don't call you rats or anything. You know, they uplift you and they like, yes, it's just good, you know.
Y'all can have people in y'all group that give y'all jokes and y'all know when that doesn't mean it's serious. So
I do think one part of self-image that I wanted to talk about was, hold on, let me look at my notes here. Self-image as it relates to school, like being a child and in your formative years being around other children. Like, because I have this one friend who was homeschooled her entire life. And the fundamental difference in the way that she views herself and the way that I view myself and other people my friends from school view themselves is insane. Like, my self-image is informed by the world around me and hers is not at all informed by the world around her. It's like, yeah, it's informed by her family, which are the people who already love you. So like, some families, most times it's the people that already love you. So like, I want to talk about, like, did you guys have any experiences where like your self-image was impacted or formed or changed by being at school and your classmates and maybe your teachers and just being a teenager? Because I know I have stories like that. Yeah. Like, did you ever, like, is there any story that you could tell or any point that you remember when you were younger or maybe when you were growing up where your self-image was influenced by somebody else or impacted by, like, going to school?
School itself, like the whole education and stuff like that, it impacted my image. Like I went from being so bubbly from years I got sick.
That's fair.
I would say the location of my schooling played a part. So by me being mostly a north side school person, I wasn't too like adjusted. It took a while for me to adjust to CPS schools. Like the one I went to, Holy Family Lutheran, shout out, no shout out, but they had uniforms, so I wasn't used to that.
Yeah.
Having to like iron your clothes in the morning, having to wear specific socks and stuff like that. And then once I left that school and came back to the northern public schools and stuff, and everybody was like in their own outfits, like they had their own styles back then. Mind you, I mean, this is transferring from 5th to 6th grade, so I'm still trying to like get my style together and whatnot. But since I went to a private school with uniforms, I didn't really have the opportunity to explore and
No, I did
see
that
what
too.
I liked. So that's one way. That's one way.
Style is so
impacted me.
important.
Yeah.
I feel personally for me, I moved to, like, I started my schooling journey in Nigeria, and everybody wears the same thing, and all the girls have to have the same haircut. In lower, yeah, that's a thing. Everybody has to have the same haircut, short, buzzed hair. Everybody has to, or like there were only 3 hairstyles that you could have. We all wore a uniform. Everybody looked the same. Then I moved to the U.S. and all of these kids are like wearing their own clothes and they have their own style. So I had to develop a style quickly, and clearly I did. But I am a dark-skinned black girl. I was a chubby kid. I was an African immigrant. And I moved, and I was all of these things that was different from everybody else, and I didn't have like the same personal style as everybody else. My personal style was influenced by African trends and Afrocentric cultures, and so I did not look like anybody around me. And also, I was growing up, my formative years were during like the era of the Ebola pandemic when everybody was super xenophobic.
Oh, wow.
And so like I got all those like Ebola jokes, I got all those African jokes, I got those "you so dark" jokes. I remember, I'd say probably around like 5th grade, I remember there being like a shift in my mind and the way that I saw myself. And initially, it was like all of those things like hurt my feelings. And so like I started like dressing like very monotonously. Like I wore the same 3 colors. I wore cardigans. I looked like a teacher all the time, like a school teacher all the time. I did not have like a personal style. I always got hair that was like covering my face, and I always looked down. And then in 6th grade, I switched completely, and I got this insufferable air of arrogance and cockiness about me, and I just thought, like, oh, I don't care about all these other people, like, I'm the best. And I became, like, known for my confidence and known for, like, I don't know, I thought I was the best thing ever. And I think that was, like, to protect my self-image. I didn't want to let my self-image be brought down by that. And so I thought, you know, I'm going to go to the other extreme. Like, I'm going to be extreme in the other direction, basically. And that was, that's probably why I am the way I am now. And I wear things like this, and I have hair like this. I always do stuff that, like, stands out, I think, a little bit. So I think probably I can trace a lot of my self-image back to those moments in, like, elementary school. I think about that a lot. Thank you.
What about you?
I already told you.
And that was?
Before you started talking.
Oh, your Brad. I'm just kidding. All right, let's talk about setting challenges for oneself.
Setting challenges.
Like challenging yourself to uplift your self-image or someone else's.
Oh, we were just talking about it. Setting challenges. Okay, with the uplifting your self-image and somebody's self. We're gonna talk about somebody else's self-image. So it's you got your rough times and your good times. You can have people that like take in what people think or like say to them that's helpful and they change. And you also have people that get mad at what you say or like when you try to help them with uplifting yourself. So let's give an example.
Yeah.
So I could have Freddie.
Don't.
Good old buddy.
This is a hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Okay.
And Freddie could always like have like a little tingly to her.
An odor, perhaps. Perhaps you have a friend who always has an odor.
Okay, let me finish. They can always have an odor. And you start to hear people talk about Freddie and your friend.
Why me? You could just say a friend.
Friend. And because you're right next to me.
Okay. Okay.
So, and you hear people talking about your friend, and you tell your friend, and they can either take it into consideration and you help them, or they cannot take it into consideration and think you're trying to bash them. So we're going to talk about the way I do take it into consideration. So we take that word.
Into consideration, yes. Ny'Jari, please.
With other people.
You just said it.
Have positive impact on you because you go two different ways basically. Like you could just really like become better at who you are and what you become. Then I don't know how to explain it, but like you should always take in like ideas and like the truth because the truth gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt bad. Like it might stumble your heart, but you have to take it and like you have to like take it in, and then it uplift your confidence and all like. But you like that was a lot. I'm sorry.
I got you, though. Yeah, I think that maybe goes a little bit into what we were talking about at the beginning about if somebody's self-aware or not. Because, like, if somebody doesn't know this about them, if somebody doesn't take that into consideration about their self-image yet, having an outsider introduce that to them can be hurtful. So that's something that, like, you might want to keep in mind when telling somebody else something. I mean, of course, if it's your friend, it's probably coming from a place of, like, care and love, but...
Now, who saw somebody like you hated back in second grade?
Probably, I mean, taking into consideration who's telling you and what they probably mean by that, what their intentions are.
You could take love and you could take hate. Take that love.
That's true. Ny'Jari, anything to add?
Not at all.
Oh, wow.
It makes sense. That's fine. Oh, I got 3 elements of self-image. One being the way a person perceives it. I think we discussed that already. What a person thinks others think about themselves. Do y'all want to touch into that? Like others, like Johnny thinks that his friend group is leaving him out, but really they're just planning him a birthday party and they just can't tell him anything.
Perceived.
Yeah.
Like your perception of what other people think of you.
Right.
Yeah, that's so important to self-image.
Y'all want to touch on that?
I think you should start us off.
Oh, okay. So, what can I say on that? Well,
Well,
okay. Well, I'll just speak from my perspective. I wanted it to be kind of broad, but I'll speak from my perspective. I like to think that I'm a nice person, and that the people I associate myself with also think that as well. So, I like for people to. I do have a short patience, so that can be like kind of that can come across as kind of mean to some people if you have a short patience. So, I don't know. I try to have patience with as many people I encounter. It's a lot of people on a daily basis, though. So it does get kind of challenging. But I like to, just treat others with respect off a hand. Like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? Have a good one. Like, those are my common words that I like to say.
bring back manners. Nobody
Right.
does that anymore. Like
Exactly. Like
manners, like politeness, just like a hi, hello, good morning.
Exactly. Like, just to show that
Around
you give
do it.
respect
People around you do it.
without actually, like,
People in my school do
telling
not do
people.
that. People in my school are rude.